A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant legal challenge, a coalition of 21 Democratic attorneys general has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration, seeking to halt the dismantling of the U.S. Department of Education. The lawsuit, lodged in a Massachusetts federal court, comes in the wake of the administration's recent decision to terminate approximately 1,315 employees, which the attorneys general argue effectively incapacitates the department's ability to fulfill its legally mandated functions. The attorneys general assert that the mass layoffs represent not just a reduction in personnel, but an outright dismantling of the Department of Education, a crucial federal agency created by Congress to oversee and support the nation's education systems. The lawsuit specifically contends that the drastic reduction in staff undermines the department's ability to administer vital programs, including federal student aid, funding for low-income students, and protections for students with disabilities. According to the legal filing, the attorneys general from 20 states and the District of Columbia argue that the dismantling of the Department of Education would inflict irreparable harm on their educational systems, which are deeply intertwined with federal funding and support. The plaintiffs are calling for immediate action from the court to pause the mass firings and declare the dismantling efforts unlawful. They emphasize that the authority to abolish federal agencies lies exclusively with Congress, and the actions taken by President Trump and Education Secretary Linda McMahon to reduce the workforce are not only misguided but also unconstitutional. The lawsuit claims that the reduction in force is not based on any legitimate rationale or specific findings regarding waste within the department, but rather reflects a broader agenda to undermine the agency's existence altogether. The Department of Education has stated that it remains committed to fulfilling its statutory obligations, despite the ongoing layoffs. However, the attorneys general argue that the significant loss of personnel will hinder the department's capacity to manage its programs effectively. The legal challenge adds to the mounting tensions between state governments and the Trump administration over education policy and funding. As this story develops, it highlights the critical role that the Department of Education plays in ensuring equitable access to education and the potential consequences of its dismantling. The lawsuit is poised to spark a broader national debate about the future of education policy in the United States, as advocates on both sides of the issue prepare to weigh in on the implications of the administration's actions. In the face of these challenges, the attorneys general are rallying support from various stakeholders, including educators, parents, and students, to emphasize the importance of maintaining a robust federal presence in education. The outcome of this lawsuit could have far-reaching implications for the future of the Department of Education and the educational landscape across the nation. As the legal battle unfolds, the plaintiffs are urging the court to recognize the potential damage that could arise from the dismantling of the department and to take swift action to protect the educational rights of students and families. With education funding and policy hanging in the balance, the stakes have never been higher as the nation watches this pivotal legal confrontation unfold. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.